Good morning, guys. Myself, Dr. K. Swarupa, faculty of CSC SV Colleges, Tirupati. In previous lectures, we have started already Unit 4 discussion. So, in this class, we'll see about the data flows in HDFS. So, this is what basic Hadoop architecture, as we know that. See, for clear explanation, please refer the previous lectures of basic Hadoop architecture. And these are actually mainly what is the purpose of preferring HDFS is nothing but it is world's most reliable storage system, and it is the best known in handling the faults and make the data availability in always all cases. And we know that HDFS actually follows the master slave architecture. See, the central piece is master only. We call it as a name node, and all the multiple slave nodes are going to be working according to the master node instructions. And now today's class we'll discuss clearly about anatomy of HDFS as well as how data flow is normally occurs in HDFS. We'll see. See, this is what the anatomy, the basic meaning of anatomy. We know that it is a architecture, it is a structure, it is a design. So the basic design of HDFS is actually shown to you in this figure. HDFS Hadoop file system architecture is majorly consisting in its design, name node and multiple data nodes. The name node only the central piece, master node, which manages all the data nodes in various racks. Every rack is consisting some multiple set of data nodes where exactly the data is going to be stored. So whenever client wants to read the data from the data node or write the data from the data node, basically the client has to interact with the name node, because name node only consisting the metadata. So it is data about data. See here data about data nodes as well as the replications. See, replication is nothing but duplication, self-exact copies. It is mandatorily maintained in HDFS. For example, in any case, one data node is crashes, but still we are saying that our HDFS is designed highly reliable. So whatever the data node is crashing with the data, the same data duplication is also maintained in some other data node. So in that way, replications also it is maintaining. So highly available actually. So name node is specifically designed to give the specific address of data node, metadata as well as replications. So the entire data related to the data node, replications, everything is maintained by name node only. So in the data node actually read operation, write operations are going to be happens. So whenever client want to read the data from the data node or client wanted to write some data to the data node, the client need to contact with name node only. So name node, metadata, group of racks, data nodes and replications, read and write of client operations has been given to you in this architecture. Let us see actually how data flow is going to be happens in HDFS. So this is basically for read operation and write operation in HDFS, how will be done in this architecture we are going to see now. See, HDFS clients who wanted to utilize HDFS storage actually. First of all, contacting in step 1 DFS, distributed file system. This file system only getting the block of locations, nothing but in which data node the client wanted data is available. That IP address is going to be retrieved here through the name node. So this name node is contacted by DFS. Once that IP address is retrieved, now client is going to be invoking the input stream function, some of read functions. Using that read function, okay, see from that particular data node, he is going to be retrieving the data. This is about the read operation of HDFS. Here client JVM is nothing but basically this HDFS is internally used the Java technology to design these layers and all. So we noted like client JVM. This is about how read operation is going to be executed in HDFS. And This is actually the entire internals of file read. How client node is started to accessing the DFS, how DFS is going to be access the name node, and how name node is going to be consisting the different tracks along with the data node. These are all actually given here. See, if you observe clearly this video, step by step what it is happening, how entire read operation is going to be done in the storage of HDFS, you will be able to understand. And now write operation. Here, the basic purpose is our HDFS client wanted to write some data in the data node. So even to write the data, some free locations has to be first of all decided by the name node. So first of all, HDFS in step 1 contacting the DFS. DFS will actually requesting to the name node to create some free locations. So name node is deciding the IP addresses and free locations of the data node, and after that it will send back the replace to the client. So now our client is invoking the output stream functions. So in that particular data node, whatever he want to write the data is going to be updated. Write operation is going to be completed. So here important point is, after writing each and every packet by the client node in the data node, so the data node is going to be sending an acknowledgement packet back to the client. So through that acknowledgement packet, our client can understand that it is successfully the write operation, writing some instruction, some data is going to be updated in the data node. So one by one, all the writing packets, one by one, all the data items which has been written by the client is going to be happened here. So this is what actually pipelining of the data nodes. So if the data is going to be storage is utilized by our client is very more, then not only one data node, even some other data nodes also it is parallelly updated by our output stream functions of HDFS. That's why we use this term pipeline of data nodes. So in this way, actually the write operation is going to be happen. So you can see the internals of file write. So first client node is invoked and name node is there, and the data nodes are there in our HDFS. First of all, client is requesting to DFS. After that, DFS is creating in the name node, nothing but requesting to create some space in some rack of data node. That is a create function. After that, deciding the locations and all, it is gives the information to the client. Our client is successfully writing the packets into the data node. So after it is writing every packet, it will get back the acknowledgement to the client. This is what internals of file write. You can understand clearly through this video how it is actually happens. So in this video, actually HDFS system is consisting three racks. Every rack is capable of handling different number of data nodes. It is saying that actually 16 data nodes is consisted in this rack. 57 nodes are consisted in this rack. Similarly, 89. These are what actually number of data nodes available in this rack. So for everyone, whenever it is updating, no, it will get actually the acknowledgement back. So the client can understand clearly through the acknowledgement successfully updated the write operation in the storage of the HDFS. So in this class, we have been actually discussed regarding the data flow of read and write operations internally, how it is done in HDFS storage we discussed. But still, if you have any queries, you can contact me. Okay, through this mail ID. Thank you very much.